I can already feel it getting swollen. The fourth order, it is done. Fourth order for the Solo X continues today, boys. And the other day we built this killer ass baffle, man. That thing is super dope and strong, I may add. We actually fell off the other day just because we couldn't go ahead and do the cutout for the speaker because our jigsaw blade actually fell a little bit short. Would figure that the jigsaw blade would cut right through that thing, but once you put the T-shank in, it'll probably go up, and we're probably like a 1/16 or a quarter off from actually going through the actual piece of wood. But we ended up buying some new jigsaw blades, and they're right here in the Amazon package. These are big boy ones, man. These do not play around. Look how big this thing is. I believe these things are actually like 5 inches from the T-shank down, I believe, or maybe 4.5. I think these are almost like 3 inches, 3.5, something like that. But man, no matter what, this boy right here, these are the big boys, and we're finally going to be able to test our brand new jigsaw out. Man, I've been dying to use this thing. Goal for today's video, guys, is I want to put the sides, I want to cut that out, and I want to put the backing out because later on today we are taking delivery of the Scat Pack so we can finally get hands-on work on that thing. Tomorrow I can actually put the sides, I can put the divider, then I can start cutting the brace out for this, and then we can finally set the box inside there, trace out where the port entry for the blow through is going to be on the rear deck, line that up, draw it out, cut it out, build the snorkel part that's going inside the actual cabinet, and then after that we can go ahead and cut the rear deck out and figure out how much we need to build for the snorkel that's going to go through the rear deck of the car, because we are doing the fourth order band pass box but blowing through the rear deck so that sound can just bounce off that back window, man. That thing's gonna look dope. Let's stop yapping and let's go ahead and test out the jigsaw and see what it do, and see if we can go ahead and cut this hole out right now, man. Let's get it. I'm gonna say, man, this Bosch right here, guys, it does not play. For it to cut through that baffle like the way that it did with 3 pieces, man, very impressive. It's actually not even hot, man. That's actually more impressive, because any other jigsaw, I feel like, man, that thing probably be smoking already. I know if we would have used our Ryobi, man, never. She put in the work. She definitely put in the work, man. She definitely deserves to rest for a little bit. But man, look how thick this thing is, guys. That is a serious speaker cut. I don't think no one's ever cut out something that thick before. Probably have, but man, this is the first on the channel. So Solo X cutout is done. I'm actually gonna go ahead and I grab my sanding block, some 40 grit, and I'm actually just gonna go ahead and just sand the inner pieces of the wood just so it has a smooth entry point. And then I'll just sand this to make it look nice, even though you'll never see it, but for good peace of mind and just to make sure that the sub sits right in. And then once I smooth that out, we're gonna go ahead and see if the sub fits inside here. I'm gonna be really upset if it doesn't, but I think it should, because we actually used the actual plate, the ring plate of the sub, so it should just slide right in. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, so let's check out our cutout and see how's it looking. I know I wasn't gonna bring the sub back here, but hey, we do what we. Guy up. All right, we're in there. And I know I said I wasn't gonna bring the sub back here, but I had to. One time for the gang. So that sub's in there, very nice. So we're just gonna run 2 screws real quick in the baffle. One time for the gang. It's the little things like this that make your boy happy, man. Just watching things come together. Gang, so I'm not even gonna lie to you, this subwoofer took going to cut out, that was nothing. Man, once again, look how thick this thing is. And man, I don't know, let me know in the comments if you agree, if this is enough baffle for the Solo X. Should we slap another piece on there? But man, like, all I know, this sub's not going to go nowhere. The baffle's not going to go nowhere. And I am going to do some real heavy duty screws whenever we go to physically install the sub. But man, that thing is just looking dope. Carrying the sub from the garage to the backyard was a workout itself, guys. Man, I am done for the... So the car is here. So stick around a little bit longer, guys. Man, we're about to see the rest of the product that we got going on for the Scat Pack.
Trap right now, guys.
So you already know we had a hurricane here probably like a month ago. Big ass tree right here. And I'm going to show you all the damages that got done to my truck, guys. And there's some that I really don't care. It is what it is. But the main damage, guys, that was done to the truck, I am devastated. I don't even know what to do, what to think, but man, this damage, guys, I didn't even plan for it. I didn't expect it. I didn't even know it had happened. But I'm about to show you what went down, and we may have a solution for it. RIP the blow through. Before I show you the main damage that I am pretty much more upset over anything, let me show you the other damages that are done to my truck from the hurricane. So number one right here, I don't know if you guys can see, there's a big old dent right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Man, a branch must have just came through and bam! Right there. Look at the hood of the truck. Right here. Man, that thing's so ugly, it makes you not even want to drive it. I don't even want to show you the roof, guys. There's so much stuff that fell on it. A lot of nicks and dents all over that thing. So many dents everywhere. Look, like right here, there's a dent right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. With the white, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a big old dent right here. So many nicks and dents that branches just torpedoed into the Silverado. But let me show you how hard these little branches were shooting out. And we had branches from their fall, another tree that had branches just straight getting, you know, thrown and slung with the wind and everything. Look, a branch went through here, shot the door open, came out through here, guys. Look at that thing. Came out through here. Look at that impact. Look at that, guys. If that was a human body, that thing's gonna go right through you, man. I don't care what anybody says. That's how hard the wind was just slinging like branches and everything everywhere during the storm. Yeah, look, I think I see one right here. Yeah, there's a dent like right here. I feel it. But anyway, so the main one, look, I had a branch just torpedo itself right into my leather cover. And obviously underneath right here, guys, is that hole pretty much just sealed the faith on the fourth order, guys. I could already feel it getting swollen. Look, it's already starting to break apart. You see, it's done for. I can just see like the top piece is already swelling up. Before, man, we went through so many rainstorms, hurricanes and everything, and the box has always been protected. But with it having the hole in there, fog mist, moisture, everything finally got to the fourth order, and it's pretty much safe to say that the fourth order, it is done, guys. Done. The bottom of the box is actually sitting on a piece of 3/4 inch birch that is resin and fiberglass matted, and then bed linered as well too, to protect the bottom of the box. But your boy never did nothing for the top, and that is actually my fault. I knew I should have just done something, but it was just something I overlooked, and something that I will never do again from now on. The full box, whether I do panels on top of everything, man, the box is definitely going to get fiberglass resin, and we're going to build the box out of birch or some form of plywood, just so it can, you know, overcome all the elements of the outside world, guys. MDF, I do love it, but obviously in real life we need plywood, fiberglass matted, bedline, all the stuff that we need to do to make sure and, you know, protect the box. Sadly, you know, this is a good box. This thing was very, very loud. Now the only solution is to build a brand new box. Once we actually get done with the Scat Pack, which we're going to go over here in a little bit, we are going to finally do a massive upgrade on the Silverado, guys. This is my baby. This is the one that, man, we gained a lot of fame with YouTube videos, and everybody knows the Silverado. man. But the Trailblazer still needs some love. But man, we got something coming for the Trailblazer come 2025. Silverado did get converted into our work truck, but it doesn't mean that we can't do a nice little sound system in it, because we are going to be in it, riding around in it. So I am going to get the truck fixed, repaired with all the damages and everything, and we'll probably end up painting it white, because I don't want to do no crazy color, because it is going to be a work truck, but we just can't be riding around looking flaw. And we need some cram in here too, so I think the best bet is we're going to actually go ahead. I don't know yet if we're going to keep the same sundown subs. We probably are, but we're going to make the box big enough so then later on we can swap out the subs. But we're going to end up doing a very, very nice 6th order band pass in this thing, so we can get it a little bit more windier. I think this time we're going to upgrade to a little bit nicer battery setup, and then we are definitely gonna end up putting on a alternator on this truck, guys, just so we can get the full electrical and the full experience. Look, I'm looking at a neat right here of the bass inside this thing, guys. We need this truck jamming. I want to see this truck jamming. Some people probably want to see this truck jamming, so I think the best bet is 6th order, just so you know we can get more wind action coming out. So sad, 4th order is done. This box was beaten. I haven't even played it ever since I noticed that the box was looking a little bit swollen, but small things to a giant, guys. We're gonna get it right. Ready to see what's in the trunk, man? And I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what we got going on with this car right now, man. Let's get it. We have a Dodge Charger SRT Scat Pack. We're going to go over the product that's in the trunk, but man, let me give you a quick rundown of what's going on with the car itself. We are going to do an EQ in the center console. We're going to build a nice little panel for it, so it's stationary and so you can have access of sub control, volume control, and all that stuff. We are going to be replacing these factory door panels with the other door panels for the 3 square mids that are going to go on it. We do have to do a little bit of cosmetic repair on it. We're going to paint it black again, and we're going to do the Destroyer gray paint trick on it just so it looks factory like it was made for it. And then we're going to run some wires in here for LEDs and for the speakers and tweeters, so that's going to look very, very dope. If you guys haven't checked out those door panels, this is a quick glimpse, but you can definitely go back on the other videos and check out one right here door panels. In the armrest part, we are going to do 2 6s, maybe a tweeter, who knows, but we're going to do a quick little speaker pod for it. It's going to look very, very stealth and dope looking. And then we are going to do a 4th order enclosure for that Solo X that we've been building on. We're going to port it through the rear deck, so it's going to have a port in the center, and then we're going to do some crescendo mids and highs in the back with some tweeters. So we're going to build a brand new rear deck as well. Now let's go to the good part. Let's go over a couple other products that he just dropped off. Some sound deadener that we are going to be doing on the trunk lids, the sides of the car, and maybe on the bumper, and a couple pieces on the doors whenever we go to remove the door panels and swap them over for the other ones. The crescendo mids are going on the rear deck and on that armrest panel as well too. We have some tweeters that are going crescendo as well too. This is our Timpano EQ that we will be doing to control the sound. We do have a DS18 inline converter, JL RCAs. I think we have like primary wire and all kinds of stuff. We have some speaker wire that we have for the doors. Some connectors and stuff like that, fuse holders, power cell battery that we will be putting in there. He may have to get another one, who knows, we'll find out. But we got all 0 gauge wire going through everything, guys. Everything that we can stuff 0 gauge wire on it, that's going to go on there. Now we have the Kicker Warhorse that's going to be powering up just the 2 front doors. 2 front doors is going to get the Warhorse. Just the Kicker mids are going to get put on this 2000 Warhorse amp. Man, this is the first time we're going to do this amp on the channel, but man, this thing's about to be dope. It's going to look good. We'll never see the amps because all the amps are going to get mounted behind the box, because we're just going to do flush panels once we put that 4th order inside here. And man, that 4th order is going to look pretty dope. I can't wait. This car is going to sound clean and very solid bass, guys, because we put that much more effort into the build of the box, so it sounds really good. And just everything about this car, guys, is going to be A1 and one solid build. I can't wait to get it done, but man, we got a lot of work to do, guys, a lot of videos to drop, so definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you are not. Turn the notification bells on so you can stay updated with every single car gets one done of the video. Like in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, we'll have that car done. We can finally take a little small break and then get back on the Silverado. and I have a surprise for you guys. Man, just bear with your boy. I'm gonna make it very sweet, guys. What I'm gonna do for you guys is gonna make up for so much of not posting videos and all the other stuff that we had going on. So definitely stay tuned for that, man. We got a lot of stuff cooking up at the trap, guys. We got a lot of work to do. We got a good time to get everything done, but hey, one day at a time, we're gonna get everything done, make sure everything's done right and correctly. And with all that being said, man, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one because it is Sunday. We gotta watch some football, and I gotta get prepared because tomorrow is back on the grind on the Charger. I'll catch you boys on the next one. Peace.